morning, everybody. This is Chef Arthur from Café in Kitchen 1883. So today we're going to make two recipes. We've got key lime pie bars, and we also have a Cajun gumbo. So first we're going to start with the crust for the key lime pie bar. Now this is something that you want to pre-bake here. Pretty much all pie bars you want to, or pies in general, you want to pre-bake. So first we're going to start by spraying out our pan here. We want to do this nice and liberally because we want this to come out. So be generous, don't hold back. Okay? Next we're going to add our dry ingredients to the bowl, but before we do that, we're going to take some precautionary measures and throw on some gloves. Alright, first we're going to add graham cracker crumbs. This is about a quart of those bad boys. A little bit of cinnamon here. And all these ingredients you can find around the house. So this is a real good one to do with your kids while they're stuck at home. We got just plain white sugar going in next. Alright, we're going to mush this all up together. Get it nice and evenly mixed. Alright, everybody's mixed up. Those graham cracker crumbs are soaking up that butter nice. If I take a nice little handful here and I hold it, you can see it all comes nice and together into a clump. That's what we want. So we're going to add it into our sprayed out pan. And we want a good 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch layer here. Just going to even it out with the back of my hand. You're going to grab a container, or it could be a rocks glass or a water glass. I'm going to use a quart container here, and just go around and we're going to pack it in. This is going to give us a nice even layer. It's also going to stop it from crumbling and cracking when we try to get it out of that. There we go. Everybody's tamped down. It's nice and even and nice. We don't have stuff flying up around the sides to get burnt on later. I'm going to throw this in the 350-degree oven for about 10 minutes. Alright, just pulled out this key lime pie bar crust out of the oven. So we're going to leave it on top of the counter to cool while we start on the next part of the process. So now we're going to do the filling. We're going to start with 6 egg yolks. Now save those whites because those whites are going to be incredibly necessary when we make our Swiss meringue later. Alright, you're going to break them up. And you're going to whisk them until they get nice light color. So you can see there's some air bubbles mixed into there. The color's lightened up a little bit. Everything's nice and velvety. So once we're here, we're going to start adding in some sweetened condensed milk. You're going to add a little bit of vanilla, just a skosh. There. Pinch of salt. All right. And lastly, now that it's all thick and nice and velvety and creamy, we're going to add in some key lime juice. So we're going to pour that into our warm crust. Every last delicious drop. Now what we don't want are a lot of big bubbles going on here. So what I'm going to do to prevent that is just drop it a couple times. So now, any of the bubbles that are trapped inside of that custard are going to come on out. So now this is all set. We want to cook it nice and gently. So I'm going to throw it in this 300 to 325 degree oven on convex so it bakes evenly. And that'll go in there for about 30 minutes. We want this to be jiggly but not wiggly. I'll show you what that means when it happens. So after 30 minutes, I'm taking a look at these key lime pie bars, and if you look at it, if I shake it around, it still moves after I've shaken it. This is at a wiggly stage. This is still needs to go a little bit longer. I want it to be jiggly, so after I stop shaking, it stops shaking. Alright, we're back here with the key lime bars, and they're looking great. We've gotten to the wiggly, so after I shake it, it stops moving. So I'm just going to put this on the countertop, give it some time to cool down. We're going to make up our Swiss meringue. This is going to go on top of our key lime bars. This is going to be a cooked meringue rather than a raw meringue like you would use in a souffle. So we've got the double boiler set here. I have the 6 egg whites that we saved after we made the key lime bars. Then we've got 1 ounce of sugar per egg white here. Some cream of tartar to help stabilize this whole situation here. Our piping bag is here ready to go, and all of our utensils are in nice hot water so nothing sticks. All right, so I'm gonna start add everybody into the pot here, and then it's gonna get loud and noisy while this whisks up into a nice stiff peak meringue. We should be right about there. We're looking for that marshmallow fluff consistency. You can see how it's staying up all on its own. Look at that nice high peak there. All right, if I turn the whisk upside down, that stands up just like that. Beautiful. Let's load up this piping bag. I like to have a little container for it to go in. I'll fold down the side so my fingers don't get too sticky. And this will go right in there. And remember, this is like marshmallow fluff consistency, so whatever you touch with it will get very sticky. There we go, nice beautiful lines. And we're gonna go into the broiler and we're gonna get some color on this bad boy. We don't need to cook it anymore, we just want it nice and golden brown. One tip when using the broiler here, never walk away from it. All right, we've got a nice golden brown top on these guys. They look wonderful. We're gonna let it sit out and cool for just a minute before we slice in and make something delicious. All right, we got the key lime bars out of the oven. They've had a minute to cool down a little bit. I got some hot water in here, the knife, and then we're gonna cut it into appropriately sized pieces, whatever that is for you. Now make sure you push all the way through, and you're just gonna slowly drag that knife through. And each time you make a cut through, you want to make sure that you rinse that knife off. It shouldn't be dry, but it should not be wet either. Let's get that right out of the center here. All right, see that? Nice clean lines everywhere. Beautiful meringue top. Just gonna drop it right on the plate. All right. And there we are, key lime pie bars with Swiss meringue. And you can get this or the gumbo over at Café 1883 Monday through Friday. Visit us at ontherhineeatery.com. We also have our sister restaurants, Kitchen 1883 over in Union, Kentucky and Anderson, Ohio. They've got these awesome family meals and dinner packages that feed 4 people for $25. You get an appetizer, an entree, and dessert. So it's a great, great deal. Definitely check that out at kitchen1883.com. I'm gonna be busy out here enjoying this key lime bar.